Hello and welcome to Agora, the Warragul Citizens online interview and current affairs show. I'm Will Coolidge. The Warragul Shire Council mayoral elections were held today, with Warragul Ward Councillor Diane Blackwood holding on to the top job and Druin Ward Councillor Tricia Jones taking over the deputy position from Warragul's Tony Wolfe. Both candidates were elected unopposed. In her election response speech, Councillor Blackwood explained that the decision had been made prior to the election meeting. I interviewed Councillor Blackwood at the civic reception after the event.
How long have you known what the result was going to be for this?
On Sunday we got together as a group because, clearly if there's going to be an opportunity to celebrate, you want your family and close friends together. But anything can still happen on the night. It's not a given, but that's what we do.
So I know it's kind of a behind-the-scenes process, but was there widespread agreement, so to speak, with the choice, or was there kind of a debate in the group in that process?
Oh well, you saw what happened tonight. There's an agreement that we nominate a mayor and a deputy mayor and make it as celebratory as possible. So that's how it's done in Warragul.
So you're looking forward to the Mayoral Gala as in the next year?
I've had plenty of opportunities to have lots of other things, to celebrate through the year, but I think that was probably the one that I promised as the Mayor in my opening speech last year that came to mind, that I needed to confirm that, that was a huge success, and I was privileged to be able to follow through with that.
So what are you looking forward to most in the coming year? You mentioned the possibility of a second gala.
Yeah.
But what else as well?
Well, we certainly have got a lot of work to do with our budget. The group, we need to come together and debate quite strongly, where we're going to spend the ratepayers' money and be upfront and serious about informing the community on why and how we're making our decisions. And I think that we're able to probably be a little bit more organised with our councillor group now going forward. I'm hoping that nobody else is planning on retiring anytime soon, and with the election next October, we will have to go into caretaker mode in September, and so we've only got a short period of time to do some fairly significant things before the next election.
Are you looking forward to being mayor leading into a council election?
Well, I've never done it, so it'll be what it is, and I think that's probably the way I've approached all of this is, I'm not prepared to preempt anything. You have to come and be informed with, as much information as you can and make the best of it, and from your perspective, what you think is the right decision. So it's certainly an interesting process to be a part of, and a very privileged one, I must admit. Yeah, it is a privilege. And
I won't keep you much longer. You mentioned there are going to be some difficult decisions in the upcoming budget debates. What do you rank as a high priority personally in the budget?
Oh, look, you can't deny the fact the roads are the most important issue that the community are telling us, and we are listening, and it's just frustrating that everything takes so long to come through council resolution and council process, but we'll certainly be looking for money in the budget for improving the roads and the conditions of our drains and all of that for the next financial year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The position of Deputy Mayor is in its third year, a non-statutory position responsible for filling in when the Mayor is away. In previous mayoral elections, the Deputy has become the Mayor. I interviewed incoming Deputy Tricia Jones about how she felt about taking the position. To clarify a question I asked towards the end of the interview, Councillor Blackwood noted in her speech that she felt that Warragul and Druin Ward councillors were not as active in their community groups as they would like to be. Councillor Jones disagrees.
It's entirely new to the role. What do you hope to get out of it personally? The role of being Deputy Mayor.
What I hope to get out of it personally? Well, there are so many things I'm going to have to do because of the position. So that would cover things like media, standing in for Di in terms of the meetings. When she's not here, I've got to be chair. I suppose running other meetings out, in the community, and all those things are things that I really haven't had to do in my the 3 years that I've been councillor so far. So I am going to need to make sure that I do a good job, and in order to do that, I'm going to require support. I know there is some training for Deputy Mayor, so that's going to be really helpful, and then other than that, just experience and just keep doing it until I get it right. So basically that's personal development in terms of being able to fill the shoes of a mayor when the mayor is absent.
So you, the positions were decided on Sunday, but in a meeting amongst councillors. What made you decide you would want to be Deputy Mayor, or was that a decision of the group?
No, I put my hand up because I was interested. Mostly the things that I've already explained are some of the reasons why I wanted to put my hand up. Other than that, I know as Mayor and Deputy Mayor you get to understand things that happen behind the scenes, so you have a bit more depth to what's going on in council, and that's what really, really interests me. Although I've been in for 3 years, I don't feel that I have some understanding, but I have more of an understanding of what I don't know. And so I figure the more I can put myself in situations where I'm a part of a bigger picture, I will learn more and be able to be a better counsellor. So that's my aim.
It's been kind of a trend, although it's not happened this time. It's been a trend that the Deputy Mayor will traditionally become the Mayor. Although it hasn't happened this time, do you have hopes to one day become the Mayor yourself?
I don't know. At the moment, I just want to deal with what I put my hand up for this time. As you know, the Deputy Mayor position, this is the 3rd year, so there's not really a long-standing trend. So one day at a time, I'll do what I can. If I think I'm doing a good job and I feel that I can maybe do the mayoral job, perhaps I will put my hand up. But I have, at this moment, no vision of that. I'm dealing with what I've put my hand up for this time.
And what are you looking forward to in the year coming ahead?
Well, I really love being in contact with the community and trying to help the community. I'm hoping that we can put some things in place that will make the community really happy, listen to the community voice. That's why I'm here. That's what I want to represent. And so I'm hoping as Deputy Mayor I can bring a bit more of that into focus.
Councillor Blackwood did say that the Warragul and Druin wards were having difficulty being able to engage with their communities better having difficulty trying to engage better with the communities. So you believe that this role will be able to help you better understand your communities, your ward's need?
Well, I'm not so sure that I agree with that statement, in fact. I have a lot of community involvement. I have people calling me, asking me to help them or to give them some advice or to represent them. So I don't feel that I'm not in touch with my community. So I hope you won't say that I'm not in touch with my community, because that's not what I think at all.
I certainly won't now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I also talked briefly to outgoing Deputy Tony Wolfe about the break in the short tradition of the Deputy becoming the Mayor.
The appointment bucks the trend of the Deputy usually becoming the Mayor. Was that at your request, or was that a group decision that you wouldn't become Mayor coming from Deputy?
Oh, that was a decision of the council to elect the Mayor. So yeah.
But were you hoping to for a better chance at the Mayor position, or are you happy not getting involved?
Oh, I'm happy not to be involved, so I'm happy to be part of the team. Yeah.
That's all from Agora this time. If you'd like to stay updated with news and programming from the Warragul Citizen, you can follow the paper on Facebook, Twitter and Google+, or subscribe to email updates via the website www.warragulcitizen.com.